The phone's blue glow sliced through the darkness of our bedroom, a beacon of dread at 2:47 a.m. My heart lurched as I saw the notification, a single text from Jake, work? On Mia's screen. Can't stop thinking about last night. The words seared into my brain, each syllable a jagged edge. I wasn't supposed to see it. I'd only grabbed her phone to silence an alarm, my fingers clumsy from exhaustion. But there it was, undeniable, a crack in the foundation of our 3-year marriage. The apartment smelled faintly of Mia's lavender diffuser, a scent that once soothed me but now felt like a lie cloaking the room. I sat on the edge of our bed, the mattress creaking under my weight, and stared at the text again. My thumb hovered over the screen, torn between unlocking it and pretending I'd seen nothing. Mia slept beside me, her breathing soft and even, her dark hair spilling across the pillow like ink. How could she look so peaceful when my world was unraveling? We'd met in a co-working space downtown, both freelancers chasing deadlines over overpriced coffee. Mia's laugh, bright unfiltered, had drawn me in, cutting through the hum of laptops and espresso machines. She was vibrant, her energy a magnet. We'd built a life together, sharing Google Calendars, Spotify playlists, and late-night texts about everything from client drama to dreams of a cabin in the mountains. But lately, her phone was a fortress. Passcode changed, notifications hidden. Her screen tilted away when we sat together. I chalked it up to stress. She was working late, she said. Networking events. Drinks with colleagues. I trusted her. Didn't I? The next morning, I watched her in the kitchen, her fingers tapping out a text as she sipped coffee. The sunlight caught the gold flecks in her hazel eyes, and I wanted to believe she was still mine. Who's that? I asked, aiming for casual but hearing the strain in my voice. She didn't look up. Just Jake from work. Project stuff. Her tone was light, but her fingers tightened around the mug. A beat of silence stretched between us, filled only by the drip of the coffee maker. I nodded, swallowing the question burning my throat. What happened last night? The day dragged, each hour heavy with doubt. At my desk, I tried to focus on code, but my mind replayed that text, dissecting it for meaning. Can't stop thinking about last night. Was it a meeting? A flirtation? Something worse? I opened Instagram, scrolling through Mia's stories. A photo from last night. Her in a sleek black dress, laughing at a rooftop bar. City lights glittering behind her. No mention of Jake, but the caption, living for these nights, felt like a taunt. I checked her tagged photos, finding nothing but group shots with colleagues, her smile wide but unreadable. My stomach twisted. Was I paranoid, or was the truth staring me in the face? That evening, she came home late, her heels clicking on the hardwood. The air carried a faint whiff of cigarette smoke, though she'd quit years ago. Long day? I asked, my voice tighter than I meant it to be. She shrugged, tossing her bag onto the couch. Yeah, client dinner ran over. You know how it is. Her eyes didn't meet mine, darting instead to her phone as it buzzed. She silenced it quickly, but not before I saw Jake, work, flash across the screen again. Everything okay with Jake? I pressed, my pulse hammering. She froze just for a second, then laughed, a sharp, hollow sound. God, Alex, it's just work. Why are you so weird about it? The accusation stung, flipping the script. Suddenly, I was the one overreacting, the one who didn't trust. But the unease gnawed deeper, a splinter I couldn't ignore. Over the next week, the signs piled up like wreckage. A deleted text thread I glimpsed before it vanished. A location-sharing app that showed her at a bar when she'd said she was at the office. A vague post on X about late nights and new connections. No context, just enough to twist the knife. I wanted to confront her, but fear held me back. What if I was wrong? What if I was right? Our shared digital life, once a bridge between us, now felt like a minefield. Friday night, she said she had another event. I waited until her Uber pulled away, then opened her laptop, left unlocked on the counter. My hands shook as I navigated to her iCloud, guilt warring with desperation. There in her messages was the truth, a string of texts with Jake. Flirty emojis, inside jokes, a photo of them together at that rooftop bar, his arm around her waist. And then, the one that broke me. Wish we could stay in that moment forever. Sent at 1:12 a.m. hours after she'd told me she was stuck at work. The room spun. I stumbled to the couch, clutching the laptop like it could anchor me. Heartbreak clawed at my chest, raw and relentless, but beneath it simmered anger. Not just at her, but at myself. How had I missed this? Had I been too trusting, too blind? The memories of our life together, lazy Sundays, whispered promises, felt tainted, like a filter applied to a photo that could never be undone. When Mia came home, I was waiting. The apartment was dark, save for the laptop's glow. She stopped in the doorway, her face paling as she saw the screen. Alex, don't. I cut her off, my voice low but shaking. I saw everything. Jake. The texts. The bar. All of it. Her eyes filled with tears, but there was no denial, only a fractured silence. It wasn't supposed to happen, she whispered finally. It was just a moment. I was lonely, and you've been so distant. Distant. The word exploded from me. I've been here, Mia. I trusted you. The accusation hung between us, heavy with 3 years of love now splintered by betrayal. She reached for me, but I stepped back, the space between us a chasm. I love you, she said, her voice breaking. I didn't mean to hurt you. But the words felt hollow, drowned out by the truth I'd uncovered. As she stood there, tears streaming down her face, I saw not just the woman I loved but the stranger she'd become. And then the final twist. Her phone buzzed again, lighting up on the counter. Another message from Jake. Miss you already. In that moment, I realized the betrayal wasn't a single night. It was a choice, made over and over, in every hidden text, every lie. I turned away, the weight of her deception settling into my bones, knowing I'd never look at her the same again.